Welcome back to Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition, which, by the way, is rare as rocking horse shit at the moment to find. Because I thought, I know, this would be really good for me and Debs to play together. And trying to, like, there's no digital copy of this anywhere. And physical copies are going for like £45, £40. Which, for a game that was released in 2015, I'm not prepared to pay. Considering, I think, when we bought this, and like I said, it's been sat on the shelf for about 2 years, when it was only about 15 quid. So, I suppose, bargain, really. Okay, so I started a new game, because I wasn't happy with the my second character, because I wasn't aware that I wouldn't that I would be bringing two with me. Knocking my remote control off. Make sure my volume's off on the TV. Make sure I have tea. I have tea. Okay, so I basically recreated my I forgot I've got a bucket on my head, so I recreated my first character, my Kira, and this is Cooper, so that's the two names of my dogs. Kira is on the sofa next to me over there, and Cooper's lying on his bed.
I said myself, if I don't start earning an extra gold piece an hour, I'll walk out
now,
the door.
Before I logged off, this dude actually died.
So what did he say?
So he didn't just automatically get back up. I had to go buy a resurrection scroll because I resurrected him once, and then he was immediately attacked and died again because it only resurrects with a tiny bit of health. So yeah, I had to do that before I logged off because I did say that I'd come back to pretty much the same place, and I think this is where I was. Now I do have character creation stuff to do. I've forgotten already how... No, it's not that. Right trigger, isn't it? There we go. So I've got character stuff because I have leveled up. Typical attributes. Strength, I mean that's going to be carry weight and stuff, isn't it? Improves man-at-arms skills, how much you can carry. Increases the weight of items you can move, how far I can throw them, right? Defense rating, with dex weapon. Recommended for archers and rogues. Vitality and action points. That's quite interesting. I might put it into Constitution for the moment. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it into Constitution.
I'll walk out that door.
Good on you.
And do I confirm that, or is that, do I just move away and that's it?
Well, what does it matter? Day labour's more
I
suited
think maybe
to
when I
my
close it
nature
confirms
anyhow.
it. Now, ability points. This is going to be a bit
day.
of a struggle right now. And what is bodybuilding? I saw that. Okay.
I said to him, I said myself, if I don't start earning an extra gold piece an hour, I'll walk out that door.
Good on you. These boss men respect confidence.
Now, I'm probably going to put one into a weapon slot.
Well, what does it matter? Day labour's more
I think
suited to my
two-handed.
nature anyhow.
Yes, honest pay for an honest day.
Yeah, I'll go two-handed for now. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's you done. Oh, his health increased, I think, quite a bit then. And now it's Kira's turn. Okay.
I said to him, I said myself, if I don't start earning an extra gold piece an hour, I'll walk out that door.
Good on you.
I think I'm going to give her some
so what did he say?
intelligence.
Well, what does it
She
matter?
is...
Day labour's more suited to my nature anyhow.
Yes, honest pay
She's
for
more
an honest
magic
day.
based, so I want to increase her. I can't increase her armor. Okay, I'm actually going to put a point into
I said to him, I said
charisma.
myself, if I don't start earning an extra
See how that
gold
helps
piece
with
an
the
hour,
story.
I'll walk out that door.
Right,
Good on you.
That's
These
that
boss men
done.
respect confidence, you know.
oh, thank God for that.
So what did he say?
Do my head in those two.
Well, what does it matter?
Okay,
Day labour's more suited to my nature anyhow.
in my log,
Honest pay for an honest day.
Gardens of the Bridge. I did exactly the same when I replayed. I killed the two guards. I chose the same kind of... Well, I didn't choose the same dialogue options because of my two characters. I've chosen actual personalities for them rather than letting the game allow me to choose everything. That'd be more interesting, forcing me not make every choice. Yeah, okay. Okay. So I've got to investigate this murder, that's why we're here. Remember, yeah, this is the crime scene. This is where I'm going to head. That's what we've got a bit.
These boss men respect confidence.
Esmeralda.
So what did he say?
Well, what does it matter?
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll go to the crime scene because it's pretty cool. How far away is that? Strange. Okay. Right, go to the crime scene. We'll have a mooch around there. Come on, dude. And must be round here. Or not. There's lockpicks. Oh, damn it. Should have read that first. Do that. But axe has been improved.
I sailed the sea and walked the worlds.
These new recipe things really annoy me. I wish they were smaller and further up the screen, or just round to the on the side. They kind of get in the way. See. Oh, what was that? Starfish. Right.
Sightseeing isn't so bad on a quiet day like this, is it?
Yeah, the council has been murdered. That's why I'm here. Well, okay. That's for turning enemies.
So you're just hanging around again, are you? Waiting for what?
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are the source hunter, are you not? The hero the whole of Sightseal is abuzz about. The talk of the town. The juiciest grape on the grapevine. Such a pleasure.
That's
to
me.
meet you.
I am
A
the juiciest
delight.
juice. Sorry, the juiciest grape on the grapevine. I'm the juiciest juice as well of the juiciest grape on the grapevine.
No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate. Yes, that's it. Fate has put me on this very spot so I may tell you all about a most intriguing opportunity indeed.
Yeah, and you are?
Membius, at your service. What is my profession? Well, I'll tell you what it used to be, and that is a man of medicine. But what does a man of medicine do but mend what has first been broken? I saved lives, to be sure, but today I change them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They call the undead a problem, my friend, but those who know the ways of the fabulous five see no problems. They see opportunities. An enterprising spirit can wrench riches from cold dead rocks. Or
Okay, then.
cold dead, full stop. Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become better. To become the full extent of the promise that is locked inside of each and every one of us. So first of all, let me ask you this question. Do you like adventure?
Mm.
Chief's cheese? Tomato.
Of course I do. How could someone in my profession not?
Around again, are you?
I'm here to do my duty, which is hardly the same as adventuring. Yeah, that sounds more like... No, I'm going to go with this one.
Some could not because they are professionals, not adventuring daydreamers.
So yeah, she's... I think my character, the dude is Judge. Which I don't know exactly what that entails. And she is... I can't remember what she is. I'm going to have to have a look now. Hey, Coop.
Fresh haddock. Perfect for a fryer.
Excuse me. Hey, boy. Mwah.
Clearly, two strong personalities stand before me. Two who voice their opinions with vigor when they differ. What else could I expect from mighty source hunters? Too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right? The wage of
This
a
dude
mere
sounds like he's trying to get me to, like, grave
Now,
rob, doesn't he? Or
between you
tomb...
and
sorry,
tell me
dungeon delve.
truthfully, don't you sometimes wish you could earn more?
Yes, some extra gold is always welcome.
We agree.
Indeed. Indeed, gold is always welcome. And among the fabulous five, gold flows as freely as water does to the sea. Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? to be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes. Am I right? All those orders. Investigate this, retrieve that. And at the end of the day, what do you have to show for it? Wouldn't you prefer to call your own shots? Be your own boss?
Mm-hmm.
Better to be served than to serve. I concur.
Well spoken. Well said indeed. Life's too short to spend it doing someone else's bidding, am I right? Of course I am. And I could help you attain the dream. Enact the change you deserve. And that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has put me right by the door to the King Crab, so that I could meet you and tell you about the marvel that is the Fabulous Five. The invitation to join is yours. Grab it.
Okay, then. The Fabulous Five?
The Fabulous Five. How I enjoy simply saying the words
Adventurers
that
Guild,
describe
right. Okay.
the most illustrious and celebrated Adventurers Guild in Riverlon. Our mission, to better the world. Our mantra, to better ourselves as we do so. To realize our dreams and cleanse our souls. You'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And you can. Of course, if you still have questions, I shall answer them to the best of my abilities. But if not, how about we get started?
I'm gonna
What a
indulge
gem
him.
of a question. Straight as an arrow. Sharp as a switchblade. Most meritorious of you. Now then, to join the Fabulous Five is to join a fellowship. To join a fraternity, a sorority, a community. The title of Knight is bestowed upon you the moment you sign our waiver, and so it all begins. I shall be the one to give you your first contracts, and once the job is done, I shall see to it you get your fair share of the reward.
Okay, contract based.
Of course, should you spread the word, should you propagate the gospel of the Fabulous Five and thereby draw new knights into our fellowship, you will get a share of the reward from their contracts too. Isn't that by now the genial glow of the fellowship must have warmed your heart? It has, hasn't it? But did I say fellowship? I mean family. For like a family, we support one another, cheer one another, see each other through thick and thin, partake in glory and defeat.
Something a little bit off about this guy.
Work hard, fulfill contracts, enlist new knights, and swiftly shall you rise through the ranks. You will better yourself. You will better Riverlon. You will make the stars shine all the brighter. And you'll get fabulously wealthy in the process. What's not to like?
Okay, then, let's enlist.
Of course, of course, of course. All you need to do is sign this waiver, and just like that, snap! You're part of the family. All I need is your lovely little autograph. What do you say?
I want to say that it sounds a bit too good to be true. If I pass, is that it? That's the question, isn't it? I don't want to miss out.
Delicious dogfish. Yours for a scrap
Nah.
You'd fall for this foolish scheme. Gods, you're gullible.
Yeah. No, what? You're right. Okay. If I can intimidate, charm, or reason with her.
All right, we'll do it your way.
Oh, how frightfully disappointing. How illogical and short-sighted of you. To deny the Fabulous Five. It is a crime against reason and humanity. opportunity knocks, and you close the blinds. Now, Lackey's life is yours, and by choice, too. So long. Fare thee well, though you won't.
Okay.
Tomatoes.
Okay, let's just talk. Can I talk to him and...
Ah, you return and humble me with your presence. Such a pleasure. Mendius at your service. They call the
No. No, that's it then. Oh no. What have you done? Fabulous 5. Yeah, I just want to say it does. There was something a bit odd about it. The king crab in. Oh, I love the fact it's got all these lovely interiors. Oh, hello, it's a cat.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the
A source hunter? I'd like to report some dark magic. Only tainted hearts could tip as miserably as this lot.
They say he's privy to ancient and
Been at the King Crab nearly 10 years now, personally. Seen every character you can imagine, from bums to wizards, passed through these doors for a pint and a place to rest. I think I'm one of the last folks to hear him alive. That awful scream has been ringing in my ears ever since. And with the room where it all happened still under quarantine, we've a constant reminder of exactly what happened. Though that's the question, isn't it? What exactly did happen? We all thought it was Esmeralda who checked into that room, and the Duke that followed her in. I was washing up and nudging the last of the lushes out of the door when a cloaked woman rushed in right past me. I never got a good look at her, damn my eyes, but I figured the way she disappeared that she was visiting one of the lodgers.
Kira, it's just Emily.
I dare say.
Lucky for the perpetrators, I was rinsing bottles in the back when the terrible deed took
I am.
place and saw nothing more. I'm not proud to say I ducked under the counter and damn well stayed there till I heard Ivad fling that door open. But I was paralysed with fright.
Yep, you can.
So you're just hanging around the inn, are you? Waiting for what, exactly?
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Oh,
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned
Oh, right, okay.
when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
This is brilliant, isn't it?
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation, but I can't open this.
Oh, right, okay, so I've got to see... Come on.
Oh, my good man.
Tell me,
Drink you.
It was maybe a relva.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
I love how all the animals are voiced by people. People doing sound effects.
you don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Ah, come on with the dramatics. It's not as bad as all that.
The face, Virius. She bit me in the face.
Look on the bright side. Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Ugly'll be the least of it. The beast looks rabid.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
I wish for you to try it, Screech woman. The beast speaks, so you've half a brain behind that feral maul, have you? Sorry, sir. The cretin's question crossed her lips and aped an air of aptitude.
Hey, Tull, I think that was an insult.
Don't pay attention to the beast, Various. You'll only encourage it. Hey, who's that then? Come on, stand where my good eye can see you.
Easy, Tull. That's the source hunter you're talking to.
She may have the look of a woman if you squint hard enough, but she's no more than a wild animal. We got reports of a strange-looking outsider skulking through the town with her bow drawn. I found her crouched behind a tree, taking aim at a fat old rat trotting along the city walls.
Okay.
I tapped her on the shoulder to see what was what, and the beast startled like a wild cat and lunged right at me.
Bit Tullia right in the face, she did. It wasn't pretty, and now it's got a chunk ripped off it to boot.
Enjoy it while you can, Ver. There's not another legionnaire in the cohort that'll have you if I go rabid.
Well, that's to be decided. She doesn't seem to be sick, despite Tully's moaning. We can't keep her here forever, but we can't well send her into the wilds again, can we?
Perhaps we would have taken this stranger under our wing. But, yeah.
Sorry, sir.
After all, a fearless hunter might prove quite useful for our investigation.
Well, that's a relief, ain't it? We found a good home for her after all, Tull.
You think that's funny, Private?
Oh, sweet! I did not know that I could have more than 2 people in the party. That's nice.
Heed me, Source Hunter. She's not good for anything more than cannon fodder. And don't turn your back on her when she's got that.
You sound like a
bow
bit of a
in
twat,
reach.
Talia. I'm honest.
Sir, no, sir.
Who? Yeah. Stay still then, so I can talk to you. No, stay.
Source Hunter. I have heard tales both grand and terrible about the world of humans. I myself was caged one moment and freed the next by our kind. In Home Forest, every creature acts according to the nature of its kind. Birds frighten easily, badgers fear little. But amongst men, there are no guarantees.
Those booted embarrass a bridge crew. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir, no, sir.
Yeah.
It is strange to stand with one foot in the forest and the other in the city, Source Hunter. I am glad that now I have you standing beside me, even if one burns hot while the other wheezes cold. Perhaps in time I will come to know my own kind as you have, and perhaps then I will decide for myself whether ours is a noble kind.
What are you?
Attention! About face! To the barracks! Not!
Who is she?
Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
How do I find out what kind of
Attention! About
bully? Is that a personality trait?
To the barracks! Not!
No. Level 3 though.
That was sloppier than Sicilian stew.
A higher level.
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Okay.
Sir, no, sir.
Those boots will embarrass a bridge crew. Get the shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, don't know much about her. I don't want to spend too long in the menus. Have a look. But it's not right that she's in the lead though. Where's the dude? You? Yeah, probably.
What have we here, then? A so-called source hunter, eh? Well, look, do what you must in Sicil, but don't make waves and don't interfere with the Legion's affairs. You hear? Gods above! Some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an uproar. Ridiculous! I told that wizard brat of an Ahu not to bother, but he just had to send for source hunters, didn't he? Bloody magicians. They see a pigeon poop and think sorcery's afoot. Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop. Understand? I am in command of this town, not Mayor Cecil, not Ahu, and definitely not some hotshot source hunter. So investigate Jake's death if you feel so inclined, but report back to me the moment you discover something out of the ordinary. The scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn. You can tell the guard you have my permission to enter. Now off with you! Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. Everyone in town, down to the crabs on the beach, is convinced she killed him. Now, the girl has the reputation of being a flirt. There is that. But that doesn't suffice as evidence, wouldn't you say? Or do source hunters rely on hearsay alone, perhaps? That certainly would explain some of the cock-ups you lot have made in the past. What? You're going to stand there and claim with a straight face your order never wrongly tortured and executed anyone? Hardly. But I won't stand for such nonsense. If you bring evidence before me, I'll evaluate it with perfect objectivity. The Legion relies on reason, see? Not idle superstition.
Voice act. Excellent. Alright, let's get back to the crime scene. In fact, I might pop into this Esmeralda first, because that's on the way. I remember how to go there, up here. No, it wasn't up here. Through the little market. Hey, I cannot remember for the life of me.
These stores are for our Legion troops.
Yes. Okay, so up through the market. What is that one? Why is it? Okay, that's Esmeralda. Okay, we'll have a chinwag with you. I tried to open Esmeralda's back door. I certainly tried. It's locked. You didn't want no one coming in through the back. I'll say fairer than that. Oh, door's already open. Security.
Assure me, dear Septimus, that you haven't been fighting those awful orcs. I can't bear to imagine something would happen to you.
Oh, but don't you worry, lady. We Legionnaires are highly trained soldiers who fear neither orc nor demon.
Oh, but what if you were to be ambushed, caught unawares? Oh, catch me, for I might faint.
Loving regional accents.
Lords above,
hello there, Esmeralda.
You're a source hunter, aren't you? Here because you think I killed my husband. How many times do I need to state and restate my complete innocence in the matter?
Alright, who are you then?
I am Esmeralda, wife of Jake, and now, alas, his widow. Poor man. We were both so young when we married. He so rich and I so poor, but his one and only princess just the same. Like I told just about every legionnaire in town, I don't know anything about poor Jake's murder. I want his killer found and tried, but everyone suspects me of this evil deed.
And you're no different, are you? So what happened?
Don't
Some
suspect
of them
you, actually.
tittle-tattling
Too
crab
obvious.
chasers down the pub call me a murderous gold digger and you believe them? These insinuations truly go beyond the pale. Oh, I think I'm getting one of my headaches.
Well, what do you want to know?
Oh, sudden change in emotional state there. Yeah, I think that's enough. Enough.
She seems to be quite adamant about her innocence.
We'll need to look for
trophy.
evidence if we want to prove
I've
she
come up with a new
actually did
trophy. Okay. To the crime scene then. Is this the fastest I can move? I think I'm gonna have a look. Option control. Yeah. Yep, okay. Ah.
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and spice them, stir and churn.
Speak that way to her. Well, suffice to say it, I've got my eye on you there.
Right. You gonna let me in now?
Stop right there. Until you've received the captain's permission to
Yeah,
enter,
yeah,
this door doesn't exist. Got it?
Dude, I've spoken to him.
Not
Come on.
exactly the friendliest bloke, the captain, is he? Well, your reward for getting your ear chewed off is a waltz through the town's finest magical murder scene. Enjoy.
Oh, my good man. Drink.
Source
Oh,
was in
hello.
play here, all right. But that doesn't solve the...
Fucking hell happened there?
What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone, somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
Terrible, terrible, terrible. It will consume us all. By the quill that lasts a billion words, what's this? Two Rivalonians here? At the end of space and time? How very, very, very curious. Your guess is as good as mine, my newfound comrade. Here I stood upon this tiny vestige of space and time, and there you appeared. Quite good timing, by the by, because the ground here has been fast shrinking beneath my feet. Oh, but I suppose I should make a proper introduction. Zigzax the historian at your service. It is my job to record all that was and is and hopefully all that is to be.
Ah, you're the internet.
What am I doing here? Attempting to avert disaster, of course. Attempting to prevent all that is from disappearing.
Okay.
Tell me, friend, when I mentioned that this place is the end of time, did your heart quicken and your stomach drop? If not, they should have. Time ought to have no end at all. Indeed, I can think of no worse nightmare for a chronicler such as myself. But something totally, utterly terrible has happened. Show, don't tell, I always say. So, Go, peer through yonder looking lens and feast your soon-to-be terrified eyes on the darkness that is approaching.
It may be quite mad.
Then we had better appease him and have a look through the looking lens.
Alright.
You looked. You saw. Terrifying, isn't... What's this? The portal. It's... The portal has become active. The portal! It's quite sprung to life, just like the long dormant flames that decorate this observatory. After all my waiting and hoping, could it be? You, dear stranger, you must be the key. Something about your presence here is causing the end of time to grow. The true end itself to move further away. Those torches, a light! This portal active once more! It cannot be coincidence. Goodness me, how right you are. There's so much to take in, I'd nearly forgotten. And what you saw has been haunting my mind since I first discovered it. It is the void itself. The dragon that is devouring creation. When I speak of the end of time, this is exactly what I mean. I can't say for sure where it came from, how or why, but I do know this. It's shrinking our future by the second. And if we don't stop it, it will devour the past and present as well. It's not that I believe, it's that I have seen. Long have I been waiting here, hoping that one day this very portal would ignite. Then, no longer than a few mere moments after you arrive, zap it goes. The chronicler of time knows a pattern when he sees one. Ah, though I cannot say for certain, if it is what I believe, then our prayers might well be answered. In fact, every last question that ever plagues your noggin might well be answered, for I believe what lies beyond this portal is nothing other than... But why spoil the mystery? As soon as we leap through, we'll find out for certain. After you, after you. Oh, what wonders we may find on the other side.
Okay.
You first.
Okay. Let's search your desk and shit first, mate.
Another one for the collection.
Before I do that, just gonna quickly sort something out. Right.
Yes, just as I hoped. There he is.
Oh, okay, so he's run off.
It's Seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
Could it be, milady? The weaver of time? Mother of history? Author of all that has ever been?
Indeed, Sir Imp. As
Weaver
surely
of
as you
time.
are he who chronicles all that I weave.
Astounding! Unbelievable! I have so many questions for you, so much to ask, so much to say.
You have brought guests, I see. Strange. Very strange guests.
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the end of time that instigated my finding you. But why? Surely you must know.
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, how did you arrive upon this plane? A stone. So, it was a stone that caused the great shock of energy that brought you here, and it infused you with new life as well. Is that so? Not like this, no. What happened to you is unique in all my work. Never had I experienced something so contrary to my nature. To weave something I had not seen, had not expected. Life does not simply spring into existence, you see. But yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came into contact with that stone. Starstone. I now know it to be called.
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all? Have you not woven all that is and could ever be into your tapestry?
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to me. I see them before me in this world, but their likenesses appeared not upon my tapestry until they revived the stone. Source hunters. It would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why and how, I cannot say, but I do believe that finding more stones will reveal to me who you yourselves truly are. Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Its true nature must be part of a greater secret, a secret lost even to me. Do you see what violence my work has suffered? What wounds lay upon the tapestry of time?
Mysteries of all time, gaps in history. Oh, how they've tormented me for eons.
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your touch, granting me new thread by which to mend the tapestry. Thus, it restores time itself.
I see. What the void would shrink, Starstone restores.
Yes. Though I cannot explain why this Starstone is the antidote to the void's ravishment of our realm. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us all. Without these stones, Hunter, there will be no Rivellon. The entire tapestry will crumble. Even this plane will fall victim to the Void's insatiable hunger. For a reason I do not yet understand, you and you alone can unlock the powers within Starstone. But we are not the only entities who know these stones to be so much more than pretty gems.
Why, of course! That's what they were doing. I have recorded their doings, you see. Collectors of Starstone, more and more by the day. Now I understand. They'd keep the stones from our reach. They'd prevent the mending of time. That shall never be. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, we will put a stop to it. First we mend the tapestry, then we stop the void. Please, our most mysterious guest, are you ready? Are you willing? Will you hunt out the stones? Will you help us restore what has been lost? What'll it be, Source
Not but
Hunter?
a moment ago we were hunting Source in Rivellon, and now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make of it? No matter how improbable, anything is possible. If the Weaver tells the truth, we have some serious work ahead of us.
What'll it be, Source Hunter? Do tell. The glint in your gaze and the set of your brow suggest to me that you've not given up on our dear old Rivellon. Not just yet. No, with you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll mend the tapestry in no time. We'll find out just who you are and how exactly to send the void back to wherever it came from. But you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon and this homestead, won't you? Who wouldn't want to see what fantastic changes your search will yield? And who knows what the Weaver might discover about you? Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to transport back and forth from the end of time. Just, you know, don't go sharing it around. Never know who we can trust these days. Off you go, then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some clue here as to how on earth you're related to the end of time. Cross my heart, hope to fade in the void, I honestly don't know. But ask her. If she claims it is so, perhaps she knows why. Like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot!
Okay, that's a good... Where do I start?
Wouldn't it just? Would that I had a Starstone sightseeing guide, but
okay.
alas, such a booklet does not exist.
You're not much help then. Next.
Just like yourselves, Starstones are curiously absent from history, both in my writings and on the tapestry of time. From what I can gather, though, they were once cherished by devious sorcerers whose reign ended long ago.
Hang on.
Stones are therefore most likely to be found in the ancient places of this world.
Now, before we had the tutorial dungeon, there was that sorceress, and I'm sure she was instructing someone to put a stone somewhere, so there we go.
Ruins, caves, the lairs of long-forgotten evils. Those are the dens you should frequent. 2 more pieces of advice. Don't go unarmed, and consult with my agent. Oh, I don't know if I'm more than those things per se, but having been given a divine mission does have its perks. Old age can't touch me, that's one. Immortality is mine as long as no one skewers me with a sword, and even then I'll be back in a jiffy. But of course I have a price to pay for something that is priceless. It is my duty to record all of history, and an arduous task that is. Not to mention how much stress that void out there is causing me. The end of time, I'll be out of a job. So, gather those star stones so that we may know the history that was lost. Know so that we must not repeat what leads us to this dangerous precipice, but do better and close the dark eye of the void forever. Lonesome, observing the frontier of creation, surfing the vibrant tide of the eons, always approaching yet never reaching shore. Lonesome, being privy to all that has been and all that is. Well, yes, actually. I don't mean to complain, but one certainly doesn't mind a bit of company now and then. Perhaps you can imagine the profound pleasure it is to have made the Weaver's acquaintance after all these years. I can hardly wait to pick her brain about the great battle of the Sons of Sigurd. The last Rivellonian who remembers it died more than 7,000 years ago. Neither do I, but the mere fact that activated Starstone has set the Weaver of Time weaving again more than implies that it and the Void Dragon are natural enemies. This in turn more than implies that you are the Void's natural enemy, for it is you who is setting new events in motion. You who is handing the Weaver new threads. And that which she is weaving is more than an ornament to decorate the shelter plane. It is both history and future history. It is all of time. We may not understand the how yet, but our aim is clear. We shall save creation from the grip of the void. Now, isn't that a lovely mission? Before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once you return to Rivellon, there will be someone waiting for you. My agent, my eyes and ears upon your world. I hope he'll be able to help you as much as he can. Time, I need hardly remind you, is of the essence.
Okay then.
I wonder, do you know more about the Void? What it is? What lies at the heart of it?
What lies at its heart? Why, nothing.
Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the chasms of space. Nice to have found a shelter, wouldn't you agree? Where you can come to no harm. I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and that agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance between me and Sir Zigzags, let us turn to the business at hand. Starstone. And I'll be delighted to give it. Dark webs are being woven around these parts, and it is my firm belief starstones are the flies the sorcerer spiders are trying to catch. It can therefore hardly be a coincidence that Councillor Jake was a collector of the stones we seek. His foul murder and the plight of dying time must somehow be interconnected. That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with Jake, for you're bound to stumble upon Starstone along the way.
As soon as we're packed up.
Let me phrase it like Zigzags might. A universe without time is like a pen without ink. A pointless instrument stripped of the potential of creation. It is void. It is death. It is nothing. I'll not pretend to have all the answers, all that I understand all that is happening here and out there among the stars, but I do know I'd rather err on the side of caution. If Zigzags worries, I worry. We are talking about a creature, after all, that has reclined among the divines as nonchalantly as you and I laze beside the hearths of home. While you were being lectured by our friend the historian and the grande dame of time, I snuck into his house and had a look around. The advantage of being a cat, you know. You go where you please with impunity. And sometimes the lady of the house even rewards you with a slice of fresh herring. That's where I saw them in a cabinet. Mere slivers, but specks of starstones nonetheless. They lay there, silent and innocent, though bloody murder may have been committed in their name. Don't we all long for a sanctuary where our worldly troubles can be held at bay? A bed or a basket so snug it becomes, in a word, safety. But perhaps I speak only for myself, not for veterans such as yourselves that by necessity call any patch of ground they rest upon home. Like any cat worth its salt, though, I deeply cherish a secret refuge unbeknownst to anyone. To be able to repose without a care is such a precious circumstance, save it all too seldomly. I met him first, a long time ago, out in the wastes of Youthal Gore. He wondered aloud what on earth a cat was doing out there in the scorching desert, then shared what little food and water he had with him. So I told him who I was and showed him my human form. He laughed and marveled and told me stories about his travels. In the end, he even shared his great sorrow with me. The unspeakable thing you saw through his looking lens. I was awed and frightened, but swore to help him in any way I could. As of now, that includes helping the two of you. Oh, before you go, here, take this teleporter pyramid. A handy toy indeed that Zigzags asked me to give to you. You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but alas, I seem to have misplaced it. Don't worry though. Use this one here and it'll take you straight to its twin. Now that this matter has been settled, hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But rest assured, I'll do my share of hunting too. So if you spot a white cat during your travels, do stop to say hello.
Okay.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my legs.
Teleport. Where is it?
Slimy reek.
My gods! What is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you?
Oh, what? Okay, rock, paper, scissors. Go on then. Rock. Fuck you. Rock. Ah, fuck you! Alright, scissors. Hey? Oh! I thought I was on the left. For some bizarre reason. Paper then. Rock again. Scissors. Gotcha.
Oh, these are strange times for magic, aren't they? Source incisial, so they say. Oh, it's a horror. But I'm glad you source hunters are here to help us. Be on your way, then.
Out! No!
If she
you
soaks in
please.
flowers stink
This
much longer,
room is
dear will
private.
smell this lady from a field away. I'll save a leg of something good for when she begins to starve.
Don't just stand there. Go! Now this
Away
is
with
valuable.
What are you still doing here? Begone!
This character has no talents. That's pretty much my bio. Right. So, still need to sort out this murder business. If I could go back in here, can I actually investigate the crime scene now? Because I didn't even get the chance. Did he notice?
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your invest. Ready to have another look?
Right. Okay then. It's going to take quite a long time, isn't it? Nope.
Looking good.
Fine. I'll keep attacking it then. I don't know if it will destroy things that are inside or not, but I know we told you to do it in the tutorial. But if there's multiple items, do I get all of them? I'm going to find out.
You're like a gorilla in a porcelain store.
The fuck said that?
It's official. The Duke of Ferrol is the worst poet in Rivellon.
In his defence, not much rhymes with murder.
Right, let's read that then.
Good man. Drink, if you please.
Please do keep shouting, my niece.
Sure you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's grown more swollen than Saffron's, I dare say. So you're messing around with him, are you? Waiting for what? Tomatoes?
So, I'm taking it if I speak to this Esmeralda now, she should mention about this letter.
We'll have none of that, you hear? The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth. Starstone? I've never heard of such a thing. Dear Jake had a mineral collection, yes. As far as I knew, it was one of his pastimes, nothing more. Do you mean to imply he collected something dangerous? Something that may have gotten him into trouble? Oh, this is all too much. I feel like I'm drifting from nightmare into nightmare. Listen, if you're going to accuse me of something, you had better find the evidence to back up your ridiculous claims. Oh, don't put stock in the hastily scribbled words of a lovelorn fool. This letter, it was a show of passion. A poorly worded passion I did not echo in the least. The Duke, he's like a spoiled child. He's not a man. He's not like Septimus.
Okay.
Legion's greetings. I have been informed about your heroics on the beach. Were that I had been there to partake in the battle. But my duties lie here, sworn as I am to protect Lady Esmeralda from the rabble that would enforce summary justice on her, even though she is, until proven guilty, wholly innocent. So fair a lady I have seldom seen in all of Rivellon, my friend. And I have traveled more extensively than migratory birds do. She stands accused of murder, but in my mind, her presumed guilt is a fallacy, and indeed a fabrication. Steadfast will I guard her. Never will I waver unless absolute proof of her culpability should be brought before me. And I hold no such proof exists. Jake's murder is, in a word, a tragedy. He was well loved in all of Sicile. The Council of Seven couldn't have wished for a better ambassador. That he of all people should have braved the undead siege for so long, only to be felled by foul sorcery, is heartrending. You claim to possess evidence that implicates Lady Esmeralda in the murder of her husband? Well, let's have it then. There now, she was stringing Ferrell along. Ha! A pampered brat, that Duke, just like she says. Barks worse than his bite, no doubt. He'll be gone from here the instant he can, but I'll still be here, steadfast and by Milady's side. And what questions are those?
Okay, so where's this Duke then? Is he...
What a strong and handsome officer.
Is he in Sicile? Have a look at oh. Okay, possibly could be... I'll have to speak to the captain.
Ah, the Source Hunter. Oh, joyous hour. Oh, still not finished with that sorry matter? Well, have you found any incriminating evidence against her? If so, like I said, the girl's known to be a flirt. But that sob of a feral doesn't have the mettle to commit murder. Oh, if you must. Yes, and he also spends most of his time in the guise of a cat, licking God's knows which body parts. Sects, sorcerers. He'll be seeing flying carpets next.
Right.
Bravo! Figured that one out, did you? I haven't been stuck here for 2 years because we're being besieged by fluffy kittens, you know. Those brain-feasting freaks out there keep on coming. And it takes all the sword arms and all of our who's half-baked contraptions to keep them at bay. Keeping them at bay, that is all we do. Were that I could break their backs once and for all.
Okay, so what else then? If I have... I need to find this dude, don't I? This,
Sorry, sir.
thing that I, what's it? A Duke.
Sir, no, sir.
That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
Inspected the councillor's corpse. So how am I going to inspect the corpse then? Where would it be?
Attention! About face!
Bathroom, King Crab Tavern.
To the barracks! March!
Clinic.
That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention! About face! To the barracks! March! Recruits!
Okay, we'll have a look at the clinic.
Again!
Actually, no. Because I'm closer to this, so we'll have a quick look in here and then go to the clinic. I'm looking for some kind of morgue, so maybe... Yeah. No, this is... not a morgue.
Sir! No, sir!
Thank the Seven, we've secured the perimeter.
Anybody? Neither of you cares to plead for his very existence? Excuse me? This is a private sick room. Who in the name of the Seven do you think you are, barging in here? Out, I say, right this instant. Oh, I'm sorry. It's this task. I'm just... Who am I to meddle with life and death this way? I'm an apprentice of the healing arts. Healing! But this decision feels like precisely the opposite. I have but one healing stone, you see, and 2 direly wounded men who need it. I've been racking my brain trying to decide on the best method to settle this grave situation, but perhaps it's better off in the hands of an esteemed source hunter. Surely you are more accustomed to weighing life and death than I. Yes, a curious relic indeed. I got it from a kindly abbot, Loic by name, in the northern town of Silder Glen. He is of a certain faith, the Immaculates, they call themselves, that espouses the belief that certain stones can heal wounded flesh.
Right.
I myself was nothing if not skeptical of his claims, but something happened as he handed me the stone. A small cut on my finger instantly healed, leaving no trace of the wound. Needless to say, I was astounded.
Now, I need to say that yesterday when I redid my playthrough and tutorial, and I had to buy a resurrection scroll, I spoke to... There's a person just beyond the wall to the left. You can just about see a blue blob moving around. And he is like a master healer and she's an apprentice, and he's kind of a bit annoyed with her because she's got this healing stone and she won't tell him where she got it from and how it works, etc, etc. So, a bit of context there.
But it's strange. The stone is only good for a single use at a time before it reverts to a useless, inert state. It takes time to regain its magical properties, and I guard it cautiously. What would you like to know?
would like to know about Boris.
One of the brave few willing to traverse the trade routes plagued by the undead. A young man, but excellent in matters of business, before he fell victim to an orcish club in the north, that is. Thankfully for him, a cattle trader found him, nearly dead, but not quite so, and brought him here straight away. Quite the venerable staple of Syceel, Stephen, and recently blessed with his third grandchild. He was leading a crew of builders when a stray beam struck him in the temple, and only a few days shy of his last day of work before retirement, no less. Nearly everyone in Syceel is familiar with grinning Stephen, and, as you can imagine, he's quite dear to his family. You are? Ah, I thank you a million times for your help.
Yeah, it's got to be Boris.
Yes, Boris deserves to experience all the pleasures of life that Stephen has already enjoyed.
Boris it is? Yes, I'll deliver the stone. I'm glad we'll get to save one man, but my heart breaks for the other.
Thank
No,
the seven.
no, this is highly abnormal. What is this? This lightning.
I feel no pleasure in bidding you farewell, friend.
What?
I'm feeling stronger already. 1,000 thanks to you, my hero. I promise I won't waste the life you've given me. What will I do? What won't I do? Seeing how short life can be, how easily it can be taken from you. I'll see it all, do it all. And after I've climbed every mountain in Rivellon, and smooched every girl who'll have me, I'll devote myself to learning the magic that saved me. Everyone deserves to feel the thrill of a renewed life. I'll see you around then. I'm liable to spring out of this bed at any minute.
Can't say I didn't want to live. Wanted it with every fiber of my heart. Not just for my own sake, but for my family, you know. Oh, my Matilda. What'll my sweet Matilda do?
You'll get over you, dude.
Enjoy what remains of your life, will you? Never know when it'll be snatched out from under you.
Right, still, where is this?
Thank you eternally for your help. Though your reaction to the healing stone, I have no idea what to make of it. That strange reaction you caused, blue lightning from a healing stone, I've never seen anything like it. And the stone looks different now, too. Like it's devoid of life. I begin to wonder if its magical properties survived your little reaction.
Soothing a corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gotten far.
I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm beyond grateful.
To what do I owe the repeated pleasure, Source Hunter?
I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm beyond grateful.
A tone, soothing a corpse's
I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm
I,
beyond grateful.
so, it's telling me that I kind of need to find the body
I feel no pleasure in bidding you farewell, friend.
of this person that was murdered, this Jake. Yet I don't seem to be able to find it anywhere. I mean, it definitely wasn't in the room
I wish there were enough stone.
where he was murdered. So I presumed they would have taken it away to a morgue for a post-mortem. Okay.
Oh, my good man.
Greetings, Source Hunt. Ready to have an...
You say you will take me under your wing, but I see no feathers. Are you a child of the birds, as I am of the bears? In truth, this is a relief. Your world is made with rules I have not yet memorized. I am happy to have a friend in such a place. And so the lonely babe was fed upon the wild mother's milk, and cast aside from humankind, he thrived among his mother's ilk. So says the saga of Threes. Do you know it? The wise godwolf Amira raised the child Threes among her litter. So you see, I have good company. Threes the wolfson, and I the bear daughter.
The bear daughter. Brilliant. Okay. No. I just want to talk to my dude. Nothing else here. Nothing else here at all.
Have you ever had the
Okay, let's
talk
to the innkeeper if we can.
Hearty welcome to the King Crab Inn, and a pleasure to have you. You look like you could use a round or three, so what'll it be? Have a seat and stay a while. Mind if we keep our voices down over that sensitive subject? Death and dark magic ain't exactly great for business, you know. That room where it happened, it was rented to a certain woman, though I regret to say I can't say exactly who. This inn isn't in the business of asking many questions, if you know what I mean. She came heavily cloaked, but paid the full sum in advance. I was used to such transactions after many similar concerning a certain Esmeralda. Figured this were just more at the same. I saw one other figure go into the room that night. Someone tall, built broad like a man, but shrouded the same as she. Again, standard practice for Mrs. Councillor and her visitors. I was startled awake by a horrendous hubbub shortly after midnight. I jumped up and grabbed me grandpappy's machete, bleary-eyed and awash in fright. By the time I burst into that room, it was horribly silent. There was only Jake on the floor, dead, surrounded by what may as well have been a battlefield. Whoever done it has escaped through the window, but I saw nary a soul when I looked out. You can bet I hightailed it to the Legion barracks faster than a jackrabbit after that. Councillor Jake, that poor man. I knew too much about his affairs, you know. Never figured it my business to say anything, but after all that's happened, I wonder if that weren't a grave mistake. Esmeralda's longest-standing lover has the audacity to remain lodged at this very inn, you know. He's called the Duke of Ferrell, a high title for a low man. If you haven't yet asked him about Esmeralda, I'd recommend it.
Cool. That's what I wanted to know.
Praise be that Ahu the wizard built those newfangled weapons of his. So...
Okay, yep. I need to find this dude though.
Greetings, greetings. Oh, you are most welcome in my chamber. Customers rarely find me up here, but I do so abhor the hustle and bustle of the marketplace. That I am. I have spent more of my life on the road travelling alongside great caravans than I have in any given place in Rivellon. All of this earth is my home, for a few days or even but a few hours at a time, that is. You wouldn't believe some of the things I have seen. Oh yes, a city besieged by the dead isn't even remotely special to me. All the better that it isn't for you and for me, because outlandish events lead to outlandish wares. Oh, but let us not discuss. Let us browse and barter.
Okay, I don't have a lot of gold. I'm not going to bother. I just want to look. Donate. Okay, we'll forget about that for now. Where is this bloody dude? Lodged at the inn still. I don't see anyone up here. Maybe he is down here. Citizen. No, that. Unsinkable Sam. That's the name.
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's growing more swollen than saffrons, I dare say.
Dude here then, is it? Ah, there we go.
Greetings, traveller. And may the Immaculate Conduit's myriad blessings comfort and cradle you. Tell me, have you yet heard the revelation? You mean you haven't heard? Oh, what fortune that I may share the goddess's salvation with one who has, as yet, been lost. Steel yourself, friend, for your mortal spirit could be forever transformed from this moment forth. The conduit, our link to the goddess herself, has given us a special gift, and the gift is thus. By following her instructions and becoming initiated into the one way, we can each of us live on for a span greater than the number of stars that twinkle within the goddess's right eye.
Okay,
Go
not
on
interested.
the path to the righteous, my friend. Forget not that the conduit has great plans for you.
Great, but I need to find this dude.
He says he's an immaculate. But I thought they'd been banished after the death of the Source King.
Wizard of Hunter's Edge.
Hello again. How can I help you? Psst. Mind if we keep our voices down, Councillor Jake? That poor man. And you, Esmeralda's longest-standing lover, has the audacity to remain lodged at this very inn, you know? He's called the Duke of Ferrell. A high title for a low man. If you haven't yet asked him about Esmeralda...
Duke of Ferrell. Okay, well, I've looked, and I don't see the Duke of Ferrell anywhere. Okay, and if he's not here, maybe at least...
That's enough of that now!
Oh. Feeding.
About time the council took no...
The fuck is this dude then?
This town has seen better days. But despite it all, we'll always...
Can't be in the cellar, surely. Yeah, but they have to see you though. What happened to the key that I just picked up then? Go get where this guy's going to be. Okay. So... read that. Probably already read it. Why can't I identify that then? Okay. Because I was sneaking. Right. Right.
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Back, demon! Back, or I'll... Well, what's this? Oh, Medora, you lummox. 1,000 pardons, comrade. This old bear's edgier than a dodecahedron these days. I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. From Academy West, aren't you? Give Captain Wartruce my regards next time you see him.
Right. I have no idea where this dude is.
Drink, if you please.
And I'm going to leave it here, I think, for now. Because I've got to go off and do some dinner.
Whatever happened to that troop of
And let the dogs out.
we sent to the northern cave?
Don't seem like the sort who concerns myself.
Yeah,
with
so
such things.
I'll come back at this with like a fresh head, fresh pair of eyes, and ears, and mouth and nose. Yeah, thanks again for watching, if you bothered to, and I shall see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Peace out.